Well, Mia, ham radio is a form of wireless communication that allows people from all across the globe to talk to each other. Right now, it's providing a valuable lifeline for Haitians and others in the area seeking help. Now, some of the agencies listening in on ham radio communications include the Red Cross, FEMA, and the Secretary of State. Well, I'm told that there are 11,000 people who are licensed to be ham radio operators, and of that, there's only 380 that are registered in an emergency database to operate when there is an emergency here in Harris County. That's right, Mia. In fact, the eatery is a late-night institution among clubgoers and law enforcement alike. MICE has stood here since 1978 and touts itself as Houston's very first Vietnamese restaurant. And for many longtime customers who came out here this afternoon and watched as the building burned, it was an end of an era for them. Mia, just moments ago, a candlelight memorial for the two girls wrapped up here. As you can see, grieving family and friends leaving behind mementos. And the question on the minds of those who attended tonight's memorial was why these two girls and who was responsible for killing them. Right now, Baytown police are tracking down clues, trying to answer those questions. A memorial of stuffed animals, signs, balloons decorate the driveway, while notes promise not to forget the lives of two teenage girls. The victim in Sunday's fire have been identified by relatives as Chelsea Lang and Ashley Johnson. The two were cousins. Johnson's mother, Helen, said the two shared a bond closer to sisters.
If anything was different when you didn't see them together.
The shock's still so raw for the family and friends who are trying to cope with a loss they can't begin to understand.
I would just want to ask one question: why? What did she do? What did Chelsea do? If I could just see just that one person, I would just like to know why.
Authorities say they are in the process of examining forensic evidence collected at the scene, but so far have very little to go on. On Sunday, a neighbor shot this video of heavy smoke coming from the home where Lang lived with her mother and brother. Investigators believe the fire was started to cover up the crime. Meanwhile, at Robert E. Lee High School, where Chelsea attended, students returned to class with heavy hearts.
They had a meeting in the auditorium for people just to for counselors and students just to get close and express their feelings, cry, do whatever makes them feel better.
Sammy Daniels and his classmates wore black in memory of his friends.
It's hard to believe that she's gone because I just seen her Friday.
It's kind of sad that what happened, someone did that.
Despite what somebody did, Ashley Johnson's mother tells us she is ready to forgive, but wants whoever killed her daughter and niece caught.
I have a lot of pain right now. I'm hurting right now. And I just want whoever did this to be charged, to be taken care of with this. I got God in my heart. So whoever did it, I forgive them. But right now, something's got to be done. Whoever did this got to be off the street.
And today, grief counselors were at Lee High School, where Lang attended, and at Ross Sterling, where Johnson was a junior. So far, no one has been charged with this crime, and investigators are looking for any information. Anyone with information of this crime is asked to contact Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in Baytown, Leticia Juarez, 39 News.
It's like someone was squeezing my throat.
For Marianne Capo, a quick stop to her local gas station became a modern-day cautionary tale. As she filled up her tank, a man approached her with a pamphlet with an invitation to church.
I felt like what he was saying wasn't really, above board, and I had taken that pamphlet and I actually had opened it up.
Capo then threw it away before driving off, but then started having difficulty breathing.
I hadn't eaten anything. I hadn't had anything to drink that morning. I don't take any medication. I have zero allergies. I knew that it had to be something that I had just touched. Capo's story may sound familiar. It did to us. We went online to Snopes.com and found a similar story, which claims it's a hoax. Snopes is an urban legend reference page that debunks hoaxes. This one is an email that warns a Katy woman was given a card by a man trying to offer his services. In the story, she becomes dizzy and later discovers the card had been laced with a powerful drug. Snopes goes on to say the story is false because the woman and location are never identified, along with other elements of the story. This is absolutely not a hoax.
This happened to you?
Absolutely happened to me. Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to pull a scam or if they had just done drugs and there were some drugs on the pamphlet that the guy had handed me out.
Capo returned to the gas station to get help. Once recovered, she drove home and called her local constables. She also sent an email to warn friends who replied with similar encounters.
A friend of her husband's, the same thing had happened to her, but no one believed the story because of that Snopes.com situation that was out there. They can believe me or not, it doesn't really matter, but if it makes them think before they take something from someone, then it was worth it.
Now, we contacted the Harris County Precinct 5 Constable's office, and they did confirm for us that Capo did make an incident report there. We also tried to contact several doctors and toxicologists to talk about the reaction that Capo described. We tried to find out if there was any kind of substance that could cause that. However, none of them wanted to talk to us, citing the hoax as the reason. Reporting here in the newsroom, Leticia Juarez, 39 News.